Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good morning everybody. Here's a small video about exercise 9, how you need to calculate the volume of a Toblerone Swiss chocolate. Maybe you recognize the shape of it. It goes about a prism-shaped packaging, and it comes in various sizes. The most common size is 21 centimeter long, and each side of a triangular faces is 4 centimeter long. And they ask you with a calculate the surfaces of the area of the packaging in square centimeters and 1 to the nearest integer. Alright, let me just look at, so they already gave you the size or the length of the packaging. It was 21 centimeters, so that's 21 centimeters. And in front there you'll find an equilateral triangle with all sides of 4 centimeters, and even this is 4 centimeters. Yeah, so to calculate the total area we need to, let me just start with the triangles. And to calculate the triangle we needed to do an half times the base times the matching height. But we have no idea what the matching height is, so we need to use the Pythagorean theory before we start by calculating the area. So the Pythagorean theory was a squared plus b squared is equal with c squared. If we look at one triangle, that one, then this side is 2 centimeters, just a half of 4. So you need to fill in 2 squared. We need to calculate the b, so b squared is equal with 4 squared. 2 squared is 4 plus b squared is equal with 16, which means that b squared is equal with 12, and b is the square root of 12. And you can solve it, of course, but we need to go on with the square root of 12 because we want to know what is the area of the triangle. Now, to calculate the area of the triangle, we need to do a half times the base, so times 4, times the matching height, so the square root of 12. But on the other side, there we have another triangle, so we can also say we're going to calculate 2 times the area of the triangle, so multiply the whole calculation by 2. Now, if I do that, then you just get 13,856 etc. square centimeters, because this is not yet the answer. Because we even need to look at what the size is, what the area is of the faces around that shape. So from here to there, the length of 21 centimeters and back for it. Yeah, so just a rectangle. So we know that line was 4 centimeters. So it's just the rectangle 21 times 4. But we have 3 of them, so we have 3 of those rectangles, so we're gonna multiply it by 3. And the total area is 252 square centimeters. Now, what is the total area? The total area is the 252 plus the 13,856 etc. square centimeters, and that's a total 265,856 etc. But we needed to round it to the nearest integer, so it is 266 square centimeters. Alright, so that's exercise A, to calculate the area of my packaging in square centimeters. Let me look at exercise B. because there we're gonna calculate the volume of the box in cubic centimeters and round to the nearest integer. Now, to calculate the volume, we needed to know what the area was of the triangle, because that's the base of my prism, and then calculate by the height, and the height is 21 centimeters. Now, in exercise A, we already know that this one was 4 centimeters, and the matching height was the square root of 12. So the area of the base is 4.5 times 4 times the square root of 12. Now, to calculate the volume, we have the base, 1/2 times 4 times the square root of 12. This is the base, and then multiplying with the height, and that's 21. And the answer here is 145,49, etc. cubic centimeters, but we needed to round it in the nearest integer, which means that the answer is 145 cubic centimeters. And that's the answer from exercise 9b. So I just want to show you how you need to calculate the area of the base, but if you write down this calculation, that's enough for code, because inside that calculation you already find the base himself. So good luck with the rest of the exercises.